using crack and cocaine to get high. That's what you say you love, but it's really insane. You could die. What are you thinking of? 'Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it, and sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind. Just a snort or a smoke in your greed, that's all you care about. But your life is a joke, and you need someone to help you out. 'Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it, and sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind. 'Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it, and sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind.
Sorry, McGruff. Sometimes you just go on way too long, bruh. Well, okay, Steph the Altar Nerd goes, yup. I think I did it right. Hey, you guys, it's Sunday. It's the 20th day of Halloween. Welcome to the boredom that is this channel. Welcome. If you don't have anything to do, glad you don't have anything to do and you're here to dish. Today's stream, okay, my beverage of the stream, maybe this will be a regular thing if I remember, but chances are I won't remember. But today's beverage is brought to you by Whole Foods Market 365 brand. The house brand, Whole Foods 365. Pretty good, and you save a whole lot of money. So I got like 12 cans for, cheaper than Dr. But, if you're going to indulge, save money. Usually I just drink, iced tea, iced water, coffee, cranberry juice, because, bladder health is important as you age, especially if you're female. Anyway, Whole Foods 365 brand ginger ale. It's not bad. Yeah, it comes in a pretty can. Turquoise and silver. Okay, so now I put this in the recycle. I don't need to remind myself to tell you about it. So, I've been talking about stuff, having too much stuff for a really long time. My kids, born in the 70s, my two younger ones born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, with that crazy ass hair. Everybody wanted to look like Madonna or somebody back then, Pat Benatar. Anyway, back in those days, collecting things was this big deal. A huge deal. You guys, some of you will remember Franklin Mint, Hamilton Mint, numismatic societies, stamp collector people. There were just, and every time you get, the 5-pound Sunday edition of the Times, here where I live, on the back of the Parade magazine, there was always an order form to order the latest, greatest things from the Franklin Mint. Boy, they had proof, uncirculated, 999 silver things, commemorative silver things. I don't know if it's what is I have a collection of Wizard and Dragon plates myself. But, oh, and you could get, like and okay, Thomas Kincaid houses. Jeez. Yeah, it's endless. Kincaid houses were very cool, and there was um, another house that and I don't have them anymore. I can't remember what happened. But anyway, collections, collections, collections. My mother collected Hummel figurines, a few precious moments, but not a lot. Everybody collected Avon bottles. Uh, Lord of mercy, it's endless. Endless cookbooks. People still collect cookbooks. Well, now not so much because unless they're aficionados of the vintage, stuff. It's all about this stuff. Collecting, I guess it's evolved. It's not quite like it used to be. You want to know what I still have? Want to know what I still have a vast collection of hand painted china. Many Much of it is from the same artist from from way back in vintage stuff. I have a collection of gravy boats. I have a collection of butter knives, all different kinds of gravy boats. What else? Candlesticks. Oh, Lord, candlesticks. I only have a few left because given them away. And that's just my stuff. And then as you get older in life, the people who conk out before you, if sometimes you inherit their stuff and they have their own issues with accumulating stuff. Um, boy, if nobody's seen watch George Carlin's old uh, comedy bit about their stuff. Um, but anyway, what I used to collect dragons. I had a vast collection of pewter dragons. But anyway, stuff. I found that 20 years ago, I inherited, not only just my stuff. I had my stuff, my mother's stuff, because she passed away. Um, I inherited like 2 storage units of a friend who passed away. There was nobody else that, well, furniture, chair, judgments. Oh, Lord, the things you have to dust. I also have a collection of National Geographic endangered wildlife babies put out by Linux. They get the Linux by China. Collection. And then, like back in those days, if you had collected things like your Christmas and birthdays, you would get maybe another piece in the series. Another. I guess it's like people who collect Legos these days. Next one series to come out. I have a family member who is really into collecting a certain kind of action figure. These are big action figures. I mean, like the guys, modificationable guys. I don't know what you call it, but they have different hands you can plug in and face plates and boots, belts, a million accessories. So family member collects those. Um, gosh, that's about it. Yeah, but what do you do with this stuff? I've been clearing out stuff. I have given things away. I have sold things. I have when I first started realizing, God, I need to get rid of this stuff because where the hell am I going to put it? And storage units are expensive. You can't keep them up. Storage units now are more per month than my first apartment. They're more than even my first house payment. Whew. That's a lot of money. So anyway, there was a place here local in LA. It was called Auction Wagon. Oh, it was great. You know, you could like take your stuff in there, um, and take pictures of it. Take your stuff in there. They would, you'd have a claim number, and then you could track it to see if it sold on Auction Wagon. And then they got a little shady. Some of my stuff was going for way cheap, too fast. So, mm, methinks some staff probably bought it up because like it was good stuff, too good to throw away. Although Lordy, I threw away stuff, but I would put stuff out on the curb. Neighbors, if they were having a yard sale, I would. When I moved out of a place, I gave them my dining room set. Got all tables and electronics but and then you think, well, I'll just leave it to my kids. Here is the main hard truth. Your kids don't want your shit. Frank, they may go around and say, oh, Mom, when you're gone, will you leave this to me? But, the bulk of your shit, they don't want it. They, like, if I have middle-aged children, and I cannot force another thing on them. I just cannot. One of my kids has her own storage unit because she has become the repository for dead people and her extended family, so we all have all this stuff, man. And, they talk about Swedish death cleaning. Yeah. Good point, but it's just if you're overwhelmed by some of it, you're not going to get up and I have to really, really be motivated to get up and start in action, to do stuff because it's huge. It's a really, really big deal. I still have furniture I would love to get rid of, and over the years, okay, this fellow who no longer loves me like a grandma, referred to me, oh, she's this old lady who hung out in my chat and used to send people things. I did. But, a little more than just randomly hanging out in somebody's chat. And no, I sent stuff out. Of course, I was employed and could afford postage. Just, get rid of things. Yeah. And yeah, somebody talked about something, collected something. Oh yeah. Said, you want some shit? And, sure. And I, sent off to them. Yeah. So anyway, nobody wants your stuff, you guys. Nobody wants your stuff. So yeah, list it on eBay, Craigslist. Get rid of it. Unless you love having all that stuff around you. But I'm thinking of what my offspring have to deal with if I fall off my chair and that's it today. They're going to walk into this and have to deal with stuff in my closets, too much furniture, fucking tchotchkes, books. Yeah, can't get anybody I even have some period pieces, mid-century stuff. I've offered it to an apartment complex that is a vintage mid-century. I've offered it to them for their model apartments. No, thank you. They have their own taste and certainly isn't the same as mine, I suppose. But yeah, that's the honesty. But truth be told, what I have around me now, I dearly, dearly, dearly love. I got rid of all the stuff that I didn't wasn't real attached to. Well, I was attached to everything, but yeah. So this is cool. I'm just real happy, but dang, sometimes it's a burden, thinking about, oh lordy, because I tax my children on a regular basis when I think about, oh my God, what do they have to deal with? Um, okay, boy, that was like, I say this all the time. That was like taking a brain laxative. I needed to give that voice. I needed to talk about that. I have a little storage here where I've lived for 11 years. I have been here 11 years this month. Um, I have a little storage out of my carport that um, there's stuff in there I haven't opened in 11 years or longer than that. Um, so there's that. But not today. That's for another day because today is soup day here at Casa Casa Delilah. No, it's not Casa Delilah. It's Casa Robin. Casa. What's the Spanish name for bird? Casa. Of course, I think that's what the classical Spanish when you go. I just drooled down my chin when I did that. Casa, 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 Robino, casa, eagle, robin, eagle song. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so anyway, today is soup day. What kind of soup might I be making? Well, I'll just tell you. First off, I gotta say, and this isn't the first thing that has disappeared off the shelves for me, um, but it's been big and it's been for almost a year. I cannot find dry lima beans anywhere. I cannot find dried lima beans anywhere. Used to, you go into the peas and legumes section of, online shopping, Amazon, and they've been missing. You can get every other kind of bean. But then I noticed, and I look at all the EBT available stuff, but there are things that are outside what's allowed by your little poor person food card. And little, I mean by they don't give you much. It's a Greek, what's it called? A Greek flat, not a flat bean. It's a Greek bean. Oh, and the bag is out there in the kitchen in the trash. But it's a Greek lima bean. And it's a big bean. It's a big flat bean. And it says that they're buttery, creamy, because lima beans, that's my favorite bean soup to make of all time. They have their own really specific flavor. Yeah, but they've been gone. My daughter has been able to find them in bulk at one of her stores, and she lives 100 miles away, and it's not Amazon. But so she said she would get me one. But I ordered these beans. They're very pricey because a product of Greece, but packaged in I don't know. But anyway, they're soaking. You're supposed to soak them overnight, but I'm going to just do it. I'm going to heat them up a little bit and turn off the fire and just let them soak for a few hours and get going on that. Meanwhile, while the Greek big beans are soaking, I'm rendering chicken backs. Chicken back. I noticed that they had, I was looking for just, meat section. They had chicken necks available. Ha, chicken stock, because chicken stock is, kind of pricey. Make your own, and it's better for you. Less sodium, unless you choose to pile on the salt. But anyway, and it says on there, if we're out of chicken necks, what's your substitution? and you get to choose. So the only other option was chicken backs. Well, right then the chicken necks sold out. So anyway, right now I'm rendering chicken backs, and they've got gross stuff, little bony things and little meaty things, and yeah, skin and all, and you render that down, and it makes a really good chicken stock, chicken broth stock. To make broth, you can add. Oh, and I've got some garlic cloves in there, and some thyme, and that's all so far. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be when I render that down and get the chicken stock out. But you had celery and all that. That will be the base for my big giant bean soup. I'm going to call it lima bean soup. My expensive bougie lima bean soup. This little 8-ounce package of dried beans, and you usually get 12 or 16-ounce packages. It was like twice the price for half the amount. But anyway, those are rendering, okay. And then I rinsed a bag of split peas. That's the other soup that I'm going to do today. And this is the bulk cooking thing. So split pea soup, and then there's a game hen in the freezer. I did a shopping, you guys. And for the first time in a very, very long time, I got some short ribs. Those have been kind of scarce too. And the only kind of beef short ribs you can get are those flanken ribs, sketchy little bones in them. And and they're thin slice, and they're tough as a boot, unless you cook them for 3 days, low and slow. But they're not fit to eat, And the bones are too small to be good dog bones, so but that's all that's been available. But I got some regular chunky bone-in short ribs. Duh! Yeah. So I'll be doing that too. That's going to be like an immediate meal when I do those. They'll keep till tomorrow. They'll still be fresh tomorrow. But the soups are the big thing today. Okay, that's my news. Okay, so I'm going over and looking at the comments. I'm scrolling. I'm so sorry. I've been totally ignoring you guys. But if I pay attention to the chat, I totally lose my train of thought, and I get lost with what I'm saying. Yeah, you guys get it. See my avatar, my pulsing avatar. I found my that's what I told you about last time, but I was too lazy to take a picture, so I took a picture. There's the plumeria vase that I've had for a really long time. It's another thing that was left to me. It wasn't mine. I didn't buy it. It was left to me. Yeah, it's a plumeria vase. Isn't that cute? I've got the plumeria blossoms, sticking all in the holes. And then in the center, there's room for a candle. And they're at the top of my coat closet shelf, on the shelf up there at the top of my coat closet. And I haven't opened the door to reach up and get it. But they're cheap IKEA candles that I bought in a big box years and years ago, and they're fat so every time I do a nice candle holder, I have to trim it down at the bottom. And I have other things to do, like making soup. So there you have it. I'm not facing anything else today except soup making. Okay, so I'm going over there to the chat. I'm gonna shut up a minute. Okay, Prairie Queen was first up. You beat the socks off John again. Prairie Queen. John, geez. Dude, you're slipping sometime. Oh, I was gonna give you a big poke about, sometimes you've done it in the past a day early, saying, mornings, but you have had a loss in your family, John, and I'm so sorry, you guys. Um, John lost a little important member of his family, his and Renee's family, and I'm so, so sorry. How long did you have your baby? I know you said so, but okay, while you're answering, I'm gonna scroll down and say, "How hey, John, good to see you. Good afternoon." Think, "Oh, Prairie Queen, you collected Beanie Babies." My mother collected Cabbage Patch Kids. She even learned how to crochet Cabbage Patch Kids. Boy, were those scary and bizarre. Big old, crocheted face and yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. Philip Blair. Aloha, Philip Blair. Good to see you. Disco choo choo. Oh, Prairie Queen, you have your mother's collection of silver and crystal. Okay, and I also collect serving pieces, like meat forks and big serving spoons. I have several sets of those. Ah, what? Told you about the butter knives. Uh, mm, mm. Yeah, oh, Lord of mercy. I do have a collection of Haviland china that I inherited from someone. 108 pieces I started out with, but I've moved a couple of times. Things got broken and ripped off, oddly enough. But yeah, got lots and lots of stuff. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. My background music is still on? Is it? Shoot. Rock pause. Oh, fudge. Was it bad? Oh man. I am so, so sorry, you guys. I because I couldn't hear it on my end. I know I, like, slid the little slider so that I could start McGruff, and then I lost track of, the fact that I was supposed to stop the music after I faded it down. I still struggling with trying to do this. Okay, so, um, I am scrolling back up because okay, everybody's saying hi to people who said, "Hi, Philip Blair." I said that. John, yeah, you lost Honey Bear yesterday. They're Mama Pomeranian. Mama, yeah. Isn't that the fierce one that used to like bite my face through the camera? A little cutie. Yeah. What wasn't Honey Bear on camera a lot? S- Seems like we saw that little poof a lot. Yeah, little yeah, Philip Blair, can people live in storage units in Los Angeles? Not legally, because they have no plumbing. Many of them have electricity, but, nah. Okay, Philip Blair, depends on what kind of archivist your children are. Um, huh, I don't know, I don't think people s l not everybody's brain goes that way, you know? My children have all the stuff they wanted, important stuff, but Lord, my one kid has stuff from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6 families, 6 dead people stuff. Yeah. Oh, Auntie Jessie, how are you? Hey, of course, that's who I mean, Auntie Jessie. I'm way behind on the chat. Auntie Jessie asked me a question. I was talking about the guy who said I was just this old lady who sent stuff to people. Little jerk. Okay. Hey, Space Boy. Oh, good to see you. That's a hard conversation you've had to. Yeah, it drives my kids nuts if I start talking about, "Well, when I conk out, I don't care." Um, y yeah, my kids, uh, just, I get the eye rolls, and it's really uncomfortable, and they don't wanna talk about it. Yeah, eh, Hey, Eileen Ebony, good to see you. Yes, let's hear it for Soup Day. Philip Blair, bet you there's somebody looking for that stuff. Yeah, well, hmm, most of the stuff I have is just flotsam and jetsam. I've gotten rid of I've gotten rid of major stuff, major. B- But then I think of my sleeping chamber, my bed chamber. I have really old furniture in there that I inherited, and it's huge, and I would just love a little day bed, just a day bed with a really expensive mattress, just a narrow little day bed, poofy comfort, that's all I would need in there, but this is like a sleigh bed, a standard, like a double-sized sleigh bed, headboard and footboard, oh, yes, indeed, and, of course, the matching vanity with the mirror and the chest of drawers. In Ohio, where my family came from, they call it Chester drawers. Chester drawers. I thought growing up, I thought they were Chester drawers. No, it's a chest of drawers. Yeah, hick. Um, so anyway, I'm scrolling. I'm going over there again, scrolling. Maybe there's a lima bean embargo like you had on walnuts a while ago. That I that never occurred to me, but it was odd because suddenly I couldn't find them at even just regular markets. My neighbor, will take me out to, like, a real market, so I don't always order online, mostly. Mostly. But, and I went straight to the bean and macaroni aisle and no lima beans. You can get them in the can, they're called butter beans, but n not the same, not the same. You can get away with canned garbanzo beans when you make hummus. You don't have to get the dried chickpeas, but they still have to be simmered a while and they have to be skinned. You gotta get those skins off those garbanzos even in the cans. Otherwise, your hummus will be grainy. FYI. I know everybody wanted to have that knowledge. Now you do. Even if you didn't want to have that knowledge, now you got it. Okay, so, Prairie Queen, you can't find the giant lima beans either. Huh. Okay, flip. I'm I'm scrolling down. Greetings and happy Halloween season. Yes, and there's, of course, the pagan stuff coming up too. That's always fun. It's just, everybody celebrate. Everybody. Um, so I'm going to okay, Philip Blair says there are several Facebook groups of people looking for stuff. Yeah, huh. I'll look into it because there's not too awfully much I wanna dump. Hmm, yeah, but I'm telling you my story because okay, so I've thinned out many of you guys. Okay, I know for sure there is somebody watching who is currently wrestling with the same issues of having a lot of stuff. Decades of accumulation, people leaving stuff, things that inherited, beloved treasures, found in antique stores or discovered, out in the wild, but this this friend who may I think she's watching, uh, she's walking with a cane like I am these days, and, you gotta think, what is maybe I wanna move someplace simple, like a flat place, you know? Get rid of these stair but in order to do that, there's stuff to be, um, winnowed through. Is that an expression? If you're winnowing, can you winnow through your stuff? I think that's really bad. I don't think that made any sense. It did to me, but yeah, yeah. I'll bet there are a lot of you that are still collecting stuff. Gosh bless you. Gosh bless you. You know, if you're still collecting hey, I gotta say, every once in a while, I do get a little tug at that old, Joann's and Michael's and Dollar D sometimes those feelings and I go, "Oh, Lord, I would love to have," and then I go, "And then what?" You get the rush, that pleasure rush. I don't know if it's oxytocin because I wanna hug this stuff sometimes, you get that feeling and you're drawn to, but no. Oh, and miniatures. Mercy, there were had miniatures of everything, foods, tools. Oh gosh, that's another thing. I'm looking at my coat closet. I have more tools than I will ever use again. I think I said on one show or on somebody's show that I have 5, 6 hammers, some claw, some ball peen. Yeah, what am I doing with 5 or 6 hammers? I have 3 power drills. What do I need? I have all kinds of, um, tubing left over from the days I was making garden fountains. There's just stuff, and I don't have a garage, or an attic or a basement or, I live in this little tiny just a little over 700 square feet apartment, and, I would love to have some places that I could look at and go, "Oh, doesn't that look nice all empty?" You know? And then there's storage under the bed. I pulled out a bin so those flat bins that you get from Target. You put your stuff in, slide under your bed, and, I last time I slid one out to because I thought, "Well, let me start taking a look under here," because I haven't seen this shit in 11 years, and it is and I didn't have the vacuum hook out and didn't have a little floofy duster thingy, or I shoved it right back under because it was covered in dust bunnies, and s and I thought, "Didn't wanna deal with it. Isn't that sissy? Isn't that just ridiculous?" That's why it's taken me so long. Yeah, so under bed storage, So there you have it. Okay, I am going back over here. Okay, Eileen Ebony. Oh, Eileen is the Google girl. Winnowing. Blow a current of air through grain in order to remove the chaff. Combine cuts, threshes, and winnows the grain in one operation. Literary of the wind. Winnowing. Well, so I am actually separating my chaff. Yeah, so I'm sort of threshing the things out of my life. So, ha, I used that word correctly, eh? Um, okay, so Philip, sell everything except your bed and table. Well, my toothbrush and okay, you could join Habitat for Humanity tomorrow and need it. Some of the hardest stuff to give away are the things belonging to the kids who left behind when they left home. I I made sure my kids took their stuff. And then after I would take it to because yeah, because I had my stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I think. And then I made sure if there was anything straggling behind over the years, I made sure they had them then. Yeah, oh, Philip Blair, yeah, that surge of pleasure that you get, yeah, dopamine, thank you, the dopamine surge. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to oh, Philip Blair, I'm scrolling back up. Jester's drawers. I mean, it says, "I have cool art deco for" yeah, yeah, it was left to me. Yeah, it totally art deco, totally, and little accessories that go right along with it. Yeah, yeah, I have, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's from the '80s. Quite old. Yeah, older than a whole lot of you guys, eh? Okay, so I'm scrolling down. Philip Blair says his bed is covered in stacks of books, except for a sliver where you can sleep. Yeah, see, and I think you're only not even half my age. So see, you're piling things up. I remember when I moved out of my mother's house to get my little apartment, um, before I got married, um, I took one of her little throw rugs, and I asked her if I could have a lamp and a vase. Did I take any towels? Excuse me. I probably took towels, probably took a pot and a skillet. Yeah, and then from there, I just started getting things, and you get accumulate things, and you own things, and whoo, yeah, and the issue with this stuff that my ilk deals with is not it's not like owning real estate, or plots of, or apartment building, it's not like it's that cool stuff for your heirs. This is just, hand painted plates, and I've got framed posters from the '80s. Yeah. Right behind me is a 100-year-old sideboard that is filled with junk. It has all these drawers and doors and secret places, and it's stuffed full of more stuff. Yeah, um, yeah, well, okay, somebody might want this stuff, but boy, what a hassle to deal with people. I don't wanna deal with people. Um, but y y yeah, but yeah, nobody wants your shit, you guys. So, but prior to, what time is it? Prior to my demise, my daughter has offered to help, and she's gonna help me thin stuff out and get rid of things, and that. Oh, you guys, I gotta tell you, I can I just got a whiff of the simmering chicken backs. Doesn't that sound gross to me? Okay, I gotta tell you though, they also okay, this was at Whole Foods. This is was Amazon Fresh this time that I shopped at. Whole Foods, you could buy chicken feet. I have not seen that outside of a butcher counter ever. But here it was offered on the Whole Foods website. You could buy chicken feet. But what are they for? Well, sometimes, they're dip them in batter and fry them, bread them and fry them. I've heard that certain cultures eat chicken feet. Not me. Um, I don't think I'll eat a frog either. But chicken feet happen to make the best stock. It's almost pure collagen, and because it's chicken, even though it's its feet, it's still it's chicken flavored. But they were more expensive than the chicken necks, uh, which sold out, or the chicken backs, like double. Because boy, you got to use a lot of chicken feet, to make you know a stock with any kind of volume at all. Um, but anyway, I can smell. It smells like simmering chicken. Okay, I'm just getting all jazzed about my soup. And then short ribs. Short ribs, on a real screaming hot skillet, drop of olive oil, just a drop, and you scorch them. You sear them, scorch. You sear them on each side, high heat, crackle, crackle. It's going to make a mess of your stovetop, but get over it. On all the sides of the short ribs. You get them all, brownie, brownie, just scorch them on the outside, and then you braise them for a couple of hours. And I put like whole fat carrots in there, uh, whole potatoes if they're small, I have them, and chunks of celery, garlic, hunks of onion. Once I hunked up a turnip, put it in there, and then um, oh, I know before I sear them, scorch them, I dust them with flour, yeah, and then you add, a little bit you can add, like, gravy mix or soup mix, and then cover it up and, yeah, makes the best gravy in the world. The meat, you just can pull it apart with a fork. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that too. I'm just sort of, like, wool gathering here with you guys. Okay, so I'm going over to Prairie Queen. Chicken feet are great for bone broth. Absolutely. Oh, Philip Blair says attach the chicken feet to a stick for a back scratcher. It's kind of a good idea. Okay, Eileen says that reminds you that one time Beauty ate mac and cheese with a back scratcher. She couldn't be arsed getting a spoon. I remember her using the wooden back scratcher for a spoon. Mm. S Well, that's really desperate because eating with wooden utensils is absolutely awful. It ruins the whole food experience. Remember those little ice cream cups, you guys, with the wooden paddle spoons? Those were awful. They sort of like drug on on your tongue. Terrible, terrible. Yeah, plastique is way better. Oh, Perky, my braised beef sounds divine. Oh, it comes out so good. And short ribs, that is a cheap cut of meat. Yeah, cheap, cheap, cheap. They used to practically like, oh, it used to be called, sold like as dog food. Dog, not dog, get the meat. But anyway, yeah, oh, it comes out so tender. Okay, Prairie Queen, thighs or legs. When I do like chicken wings, I will cut off all the tips, the pointy tip part of the chicken wings. I'll get a like a big family pack of. chicken wings, and I'll cut them up into flats and drums, and then I always cut off that tip, and I'll save them up in the freezer, and those are like chicken feet, those make a whole lot of, like, collagen and stuff. Yeah, Prairie Queen tongue splinters from the wooden spoons. Thighs or legs. Yeah, I have used legs, but, oh boy, I like to, like, air fry or, I like to roast thighs. Roast yeah, because that's like an entree. I'll do, a roast chicken thigh and some mashed potatoes and maybe a little veg on the side. That's like my meal. Although oh, why am I being prissy? I have used thighs for broth and then made, chicken soup. Okay, okay, John Walkley's question. Oh, John, I was kinda concerned about you. You hadn't come up with one yet, but here you are. Maybe I missed it. If you did the dad joke thing early on, why does a round pizza come in a square box? Well, that's one of those things that questions that never have an answer. I don't know. Well, you've seen those places that do those quirky square pizzas, not as popular as a round one. I've made a square pizza. Boy, doesn't that sound good? Do you guys ever make pizza at home? I haven't done that in so long, and you can get that, pre-made, pizza dough. It tastes just like pizza dough. You pop the can and you unroll it, and you get your marinara sauce. Yeah. Okay, so John Walkley, uh, comes back with, and and why I don't understand how people have to get ready for bed. I'm always ready for bed. Yeah. But I do have to get ready to get up, you know, unless a full bladder, wakes me up, and then, I don't have to I just, go, "Okay, uh, let me get to the bathroom, let me get to the bathroom, let me get to the bathroom." But, yeah. Okay, Prairie Queen says, "You happen to have a leg, thigh, and breast thawing, not sure how to roast it." Have you ever seen the coating recipe, like those, the Costco chickens, that really good whatever that rub is that they put on there, they have that online. It takes a lot of paprika, to get that color, and then, of course, like salt and pepper and garlic okay, so I am scrolling down some more. John says, "Life just got freakier. Apparently, babies have an extra set of teeth hidden in their goddamn skulls." But John, where normally are they hidden? In your experience, John, where were yours hidden? I'm waiting. Prairie Queen, yeah, going to bed is not a grand event. Oh, I know, geez, I just uh, make sure I've gone to the bathroom and wander in there and flop down and curl up. I sleep like a kidney bean. You guys side sleepers, back sleepers? My favorite is my side, curled up like a kidney bean. And then every once in a while, just, you'd flop on your back for a little while and then back on your side. Yes, getting up is harder than going to bed, right? Yeah, unless you have to pee. Then, boy, watch me come up off of that rack and fly to the bathroom, to the loo, to the WC. Um, well, okay, so I don't know what I've been on for almost an hour talking about nothing. But anyway, this show, um, was all about stuff, and you don't have to think about it. None of you guys are even close to being as old as I am. You don't even have to think about it. Keep collecting your what do you whatever you collect. Spoons from around the world. Oh God, that's another thing I had. I still have a number. World's Fair commemorative spoons. I still have a few. Oh lordy. Yeah. World's Fair commemorative. Yeah. Well. And then mundane things like your inherited holiday decorations. I cling to mine. Okay, my Christmas decorations are the sweetest, most dear things, and I will die with those. Okay, I will die with my Christmas decorations. And I have ornaments that my kids made, my granddaughter made. Yeah, those I will. I'll take them with me. Yeah, something about Christmas decorations that, um, has a lot of your family history, family feelings, the memories, boy, that shit means, like, that defines a lot. So, okay, that shit I'm keeping. Okay. Ah, okay, that's settled. Okay, so any of you guys want any of the other of this shit that I have, come get it. Ah, um Okay, so I think I'm done. What's today? Okay, today is the 20th day of Halloween. It's getting closer in 11 days. Um, we haven't seen 6 drops in a while. Of course, I'm going to have a Halloween stream, and I have, perhaps someone willing, because that one time we did a God, it was a dynamite, um, I never say that word, uh, show about with Shani and Rev. Shani and Rev made an appearance. I'm hoping they'll come back, you know, but I don't know. We need somebody who sort of looks like Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, no, and somebody who looks like Ursula. But we'll see. Okay, so you guys forget all that I just said. But yes, we're gonna do a Halloween show. Um, if you want, we will have a panel. I know I said that last year, but I wound up in the hospital. Did I not? No, that was Halloween before that. I think I was just a slug last year. Anyway, Halloween show. We'll do a panel. Please, please, please wear makeup, a wig, dress up. Um, come look wonderful, look stupid, look fancy, look scary if you want. So everybody be thinking about it, and we will have a panel, but come in costume. Okay, 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 and yeah. So tell all your friends. But prior to that, okay, Wednesday might show up on Wednesday. Oh, I didn't. Okay, here's another really stupid factoid. I have not colored my hair in a few years. Okay, for a long stretch of years, and I used to be platinum blonde, and then I switched to henna. Okay, so for the next couple of decades, I I was this dark, dark red, and wherever I have this gray plug right here at the corner of my forehead. Uh, gray. So that kind of turned out copper. One of my kids says, "Got that orange streaks in your hair." Kids are brutal. But And so now that it's all grown out, I love my little streaks and stuff, um, but your hair has to really be done for them to anyway, I ordered henna because thanks to you guys, thanks to my wonderful contributors, I had some fuck around money, and I got a box of henna, and it's burgundy. So that's coming Wednesday, and I looked, and there are 6 applications, and it says if you do burgundy, you've gotta do a lot of applications, and I noticed that over the years as I was doing totally colorless henna will turn as you use it, each applic your hair will get a darker auburn, darker auburn, and makes it shiny, it's a wonderful conditioner, but it takes several applications for this burgundy henna to look burgundy, so I don't know what I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna, like, do an application, go out in the sun, put some wear on it, and then another application because, I gotta go visit family in a couple weeks. So and my family says, Don't color your hair anymore. We don't like it." Well, I might like it. So we'll see, and I got okay, this is a real badass commitment because once you henna, that you cannot get it out, it won't come out, it has to grow out. So, I'm doing it. I can't I am so bored looking and like I told you guys when I get my cataracts done, I've already been pre-warned to don't look in a mirror right away because it's shocking. I guess, what cataracts cover up in regard to how you really look in your reflection, God, shit. So, anyway, Wednesday, stop by Wednesday, come and, get your socks bored off by hanging with this granny. Um, I hate saying granny because it's singular now, it used to be the grannies, and I'm still, thinking about either having guest co-hosts or just another co-host. I don't know who'd do it. Huh. So, solo for now, and then until we have a panel. Panel on Halloween, you guys, we're gonna panel up. Okay, so I'm going over to okay, Prairie Queen Spoon Collection. What the fuck was that all about? Spoon collections. I know every gift shop everywhere, all over across the US you could buy a commemorative spoon or a spoon for the city. Oh, Prairie Queen, the entire side of my fridge, top to bottom, is absolutely covered in fridge magnets. I'm looking at it from where I'm sitting because every time anybody goes anywhere, I say, "Bring me a magnet." So anybody who I know who that I have magnets from, lots and lots of places. The side of my fridge is and them places I've been. I get a magnet wherever I go. Um, so yeah, top to bottom, top to bottom, my fridge is covered with, and I loved. Okay, that's another bunch of stuff that. Okay, I'll take that to with me when I go to. I love my refrigerator magnets. KB says, "Do it makes you happy, Miss Robin." Why, thank you, my sweetheart. Thank you. Okay, so how does one commemorate a spoon? I don't know, maybe you give it a little testimonial, you know? Little dinner, little testimonial speeches to commemorate your spoons. Yeah. Oh, KB. Huh, KB, I think you wanna be a moderator? I have been handing out the blue wrenches just willy-nilly, but some people just don't want them. You want a wrench? Because I just, figure Everybody has a wrench because, the jerks don't hang around anymore. We've had them a couple times, but not so much anymore. You gotta be really boring to yeah. So, well, I'm gonna get off of here. So, KB, next time you can tell me if you wanna be a mod, if you want a wrench. Did I miss anybody? Is everybody wrenched? I think everyone is wrenched. Okay, Auntie Jessie, I don't know if she's still here, but thank you, sweetheart, for coming over. Auntie Jessie is just absolutely a hoot. Go go over there. She is frenetic. She is eccentric as all hell. She's cute as a bug, and she's active, and she's busy, and she's delightful. Um, and she gets high, and she has a filthy mouth. Love her, love her, love her to death. Okay, you guys, I am going to scroll down. I think okay, you can save mine for someone else, but really? Okay, well, if you wanna be a mod, I'll give you one for Christmas. I'll give you one for Halloween. Maybe I'll just give you one for Halloween, then if it doesn't try it on, if it doesn't fit, you can return it for a refund. Okay. Okay, you guys, I am going to go over to the StreamYard and end this. And then come back on Wednesday, and I'll have news. Ooh, okay, maybe I won't do Wednesday until the afternoon so that no, because this henna has to stay on for hours and hours and hours. So maybe I'll put it on, wrap my head in plastic, and then put the earphones on over the plastic. My earphones over my baseball cap, so I can put it over the okay. Alright, so you guys, see you Wednesday if you have a mind to. Everybody be nice to each other, be good to yourselves. Pay attention to your health. Uh, look both ways when crossing the street. Always use your turn signals and your seat belts. And always remember, I love every damn one of you. Bye.